Nothing gets past my bow.
Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Right now, what I'm going to be showing you is a Google Sheet that you can pull up. I will post the link in the description for everybody here. And basically, it's just a list of every round, 1 through 100, and it tells you what comes out with every round. Highlighted in yellow or orange is every round that you should have caution about. And then in red will be the rounds that might give you some trouble and that you definitely want to be prepared for. So again, I'll paste the link in the description. You can go ahead and check that out. Before I head on over to sandbox mode, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe if you are enjoying this content here. Anything helps. I enjoy your feedback. I enjoy seeing what content you're liking and what you're not. So any feedback, leave it below. And like I said, if you are enjoying everything, go ahead and hit that subscribe button or hit that like button. And that definitely supports out the channel a lot. So the first round that you want to look out for is round 17. You're going to be seeing Regen balloons notated by the heart shape of the balloon. If you place one thing here, you can see we're going to pop them a little bit, but these green hearts will turn back into yellow before the end of the map. So anytime you pop a layer on a Regen balloon, it will go ahead and grow back over time. As of right now with yellow balloons, it's really not that big of a deal, but as you scale this up to later rounds, if you get Regen ceramic balloons or something like that, they might be causing you some issues. Now round 17, you will usually have a ninja monkey that is decently upgraded. I usually always start with a ninja, and they'll be able to deal with round 17 just fine, but it is just something that I wanted to show you so you can see it and be exposed to it. Next round to look out for is going to be round 24. Round 24 is the first time you see a camo balloon. Now, the reason we start with the ninja is the ninja does have camo detection, and it's a good tower anyway. So the ninja deals with round 24 just fine, but just imagine we started with a wizard and we only upgraded him on the top path here. On round 24, unable to see it. Let's try it again. Unable to see it. It can deal with the other balloons, but not the camo. So be aware of that. That's why I usually start out with a ninja or some other tower like Quincy, who doesn't necessarily start out with cam detection, but after a while, after playing a few rounds, they will be able to deal with camo. Another way to deal with it is by using a sniper with night vision goggles. You're not even going to see the camo balloon show up on the screen. Your sniper is not going to be your only tower, so if you have anything else on the screen, like a tac shooter or something, it would be able to deal with this just fine. Next round to look out for is going to be round 28. This is the first time you're going to see lead balloons. Now, again, imagine that we're starting out with a ninja. Oh, wrong round. My apologies. Send out 28. So there's camo balloons. Ninja is unable to deal with it. How do you remedy this? A couple ways. You can use an alchemist, and the alchemist potions themselves will just pop the lead balloons itself. Okay, alchemist only pops one balloon at a time though, so nice upgrade to get for him will be the top path first upgrade, larger potions. That'll allow him to pop 2 balloons at once. Okay, so a little bit easier there. Another way to deal with this is by getting the second tier upgrade on the alchemist, acidic mixture dip. This is a potion that I can throw to the ninja here. As you can see, when I click on the ninja, it has that little dart on top of it, and it also has the green bubbles above his head, meaning he has that effect applied to him right now. So let's go ahead and send out 28, and there you can see the ninja popping the balloons by himself. So that's a nice way to deal with round 28, but say you don't go that route. Say you like using boomerangs. Well, even boomerangs can go ahead and pop these. Just go ahead and get it second upgrade on the bottom path up to red hot rangs, and say you have that with a dart. You should be able to deal with this no problem. Cool, not that big of a deal. So depending on your defense, you may or may not leak lives there, but just make sure you're getting something that can pop those camo balloons, because in 2 other rounds, you're going to see it on round 30 once again. Okay, so the next round to look out for is going to be round 38. Round 38 is difficult because you're going to go ahead and get ceramic balloons at this point. Now, you don't necessarily need to buy anything specific for these. As long as you have a tower with good defense, it'll be able to deal with it just fine. So there's a Ninja Monkey. I get him up to a 401, which at this point of the game you should easily be able to afford. And at this point you should at least have Berserker Brew if you're going for a Ninja Alchemist strategy. If you're using another tower like a Wizard or a Boomerang, you also should be able to deal with this just fine. But just as a quick example, let's send out 38. I'm going to slow it down when the ceramics come, which will be pretty shortly. So there's a ceramic. The Bloon Jitsu with the Alchemist absolutely decimates this. However, let's say you only get, and this is really just for an example, but let's just go ahead and send out a couple cerams. So there's the rainbow. They pop into 2 zebras, and the zebras have pinks. Well, I mean the zebras have a white and a black, which have pinks inside of them. So that's a dangerous balloon if you're not ready for it. So just be aware of that. Next round to look out for is going to be round 40. By round 40, you should have your Alchemist up to Stronger Stimulant, no doubt, and you should also have your 4th tier Bloon Jitsu or Ninja. Round 40 is difficult because you get the first boss balloon. The boss balloon is the MOAB, which looks a bit different. What's difficult about this is it takes 200 damage before it gets popped. The ceramics that we just saw take 10 damage, so they take a few hits, but this is going to take a lot more. And inside of this MOAB will be 4 more ceramic balloons, which of course take a couple more hits to pop. But let's go ahead and see if this Ninja and Alchemist can deal with it. And they do. So that's a good thing for you guys to see. The Ninja and the Alchemist will beat round 40 on most maps. You can use that for early game grinding. You can also use that if you want to start learning how to use banana farms and your timing on that as well. Now really the next round to look out for is round 59. Throughout rounds 40 through 60, just continue to upgrade your towers and make them stronger. And then once you get to round 59, you're going to see what are called Camo lead balloons. Now Camo, again, they can't be popped by anything sharp. The lead balloons need a tower that can detect it. So let's get rid of our monkeys here. And let's just imagine you have a base ninja and let's say attack shooter at this point. So round 59 comes out. Okay, well we're dealing with the ceramics, doesn't look like too big of an issue, but oh no, Camo leads. The Tat can't even see it, and the Ninja can't even pop them. So that's a big issue for us here. How do you deal with it? A couple ways. Again, remember the acidic mixture dip that I mentioned before. This will allow the... Actually, sorry, one sec, let's get these up to lead. Let's send out 20 Camo leads. And let's see what happens here. So the Ninja's able to pop with the acidic mixture dip, but let's go ahead and do this twice. Again, Ninja's able to pop with the acidic mixture dip, but don't rely on this. That is a major point I want to mention because sometimes the acidic mixture dip doesn't necessarily help. At this point of the game, you should be able to afford another type of tower that can detect Camo balloons and be able to pop the lead. I like to go for a Wizard sometimes. This will deal with it nice and easy. Let's go ahead and send it out. Yeah, so the Arcane Spike Wizard doesn't even give these balloons a chance to make it past the first bend. So if you can get an Arcane Spike with Camo detection, great. Another way to deal with it is, let's say you had this. Let's forget about it. Just make sure you get another tower that can deal with those Camo lead balloons. Now, next round is round 60. This is your next boss balloon, the BFB. Again, I'm going to get this up to Arcane Spike with Cam detection just in case. The round 60 BFB has 700 health compared to the MOAB, which only had 200. So this is a bit bigger, 3.5 times bigger. And it also has 4 MOABs inside of it. Let's go ahead and see if this defense can deal with round 60. Not an issue at all. So at this point in the game, you should have blimp popping power. You really should have more than what I have here. So not an issue at all for round 60. The next round that you want to look out for is going to be round 63. 63 is going to be difficult for a few reasons. There's going to be lead balloons, of course, but there's also going to be a lot of tightly packed ceramic balloons, which can give you some issues. So at this point, let's just send out 63 and see if these guys are able to deal with it. So those balloons are getting pretty far. At this point, you're probably going to know that you're going to need some additional upgrades here. So let's get rid of the balloons. There's a fully buffed ALK. And let's get a bomb tower here. We're going to get him up to a recursive cluster. Recursive cluster is nice because the bomb shoots the bomb, and then there's like 20 other bombs that come from that bomb. So you got a lot of popping power here. Let's send out round 63 and let's see what pop count this guy ends up with. Oh my gosh. Fired like 4 shots and did 1,362 damage. This recursive cluster is incredible. I've started to use it for round 63 and I really like it. The next round to look out for, which will be sort of similar to this, is going to be round 76. Again, this is a tightly packed stream of ceramic balloons. Let's go ahead and send this out slow-mo. Look at how tightly those are on top of each other, but these 4 towers absolutely decimate it. Next round to look out for is going to be round 80. Now, this is going to be extremely difficult because this is another boss round. So every 20 rounds, you get the boss. This one is the ZOMG. So the ZOMG is parent to 4 BFBs that you saw in round 60. The ZOMG, before you even get that popped, takes 4,000 damage. So let's see if this defense is able to deal with it. So this defense is able to deal with it. As you saw there, it popped into 4 BFBs, which pop into 4 MOABs each. So a ZOMG into 4 BFBs into 16 MOABs. So that's a lot of damage you're going to have to be dealing on one round. So next, coming up, through rounds 80 and 90, you're just going to see variations of all of these blimps. You're barely going to see any normal balloons anymore. It's just going to be more and more variations of the blimps. So you're just going to continue to get high tier towers, and of course, the amount of cash that you get from each round sort of scales up and lets you, afford towers that can deal with this. Usually at this point of the round, you need one thing, and it's really important. You want to get a Monkey Intelligence Bureau, also called a MIB or an MIB. This will be the 3rd tier upgrade in the middle path. So this will allow your towers to detect and pop every type of balloon. Because what's going to come out is the DDT. The DDT is a round 90 blimp, which is very quick. It doesn't have the most hit points, so you don't need to deal much damage to it. But it's a very scary blimp because not every tower can damage it because it is lead, black, and camo. So lead means it can't be popped by sharp objects. Black means it can't be popped by a bomb. And camo, of course, means you need cam detection for it. They're very quick. And they have 400 hit points, so it's not like a quick pink balloon or a quick rainbow. It's pretty beefy. So let's just go ahead and see if this can deal with round 90. And I'm going to slow it down for the DDTs so you can see it. So there they are. They are quick. Luckily, this defense is able to deal with it, which is surprising. At this point, you should be able to get an Archmage, so let's get him up to that. Another round to look out for is going to be round 93, where you get some more DDTs. There's also Fortified blimps here. Fortified blimps are dangerous, very dangerous, because their children are all fortified as well, which means they take double the damage to destroy. But of course, defense is able to deal with it. Round 95 is another beefy round because you are going to get a lot of DDTs here. Let's watch. Now keep in mind for this round, your defense is probably going to be much better than what I have. We're very bare bones right now. So let's get rid of these and let's pop out something that'll help us with this round. So first, I'm going to get a glue. We're going to get him to MOAB glue and make sure he is under your village so he can detect the DDTs. Remember, the DDTs are camo. Next is going to be a sun avatar. The placements here are not great, guys. I'm just going to, try to show you some things. So there's our sun avatar. Let's see if we can deal with this. So the MOAB glue does some work, it helps slow it down. And here we go, around the first bend. If they make it past here, okay. So this defense was able to deal with it just fine, perfect. Next round to look out for is going to be round 98. This is going to be considered the beefiest round you're going to see. Just take a look at all the blimps that come out here. That is a big boy round. That round is huge and very tough to deal with. But like I said, once you hit round 90, and if you're able to beat round 90, your finances are going to continue to scale up, and you should be able to afford towers that can dish out the damage needed to pop that round. Next round is going to be 99, which has Fortified DDTs. Again, DDTs are fast. Fortified means they have double the hit points, which means double the damage to take them down. This round's able to do it. Round 99 is usually a little bit easier than 98. The reason 98 is so difficult is just because of the fortified characteristic of every blimp that you get. And then round 100, the bad. I don't think this defense will be able to deal with the bad, but let's check it out and see what happens. This is the bad itself. This thing has 20,000 hit points. You have to do 20,000 damage before it even pops. What it pops into is 2 ZOMGs from round 80, and then 3 DDTs from round 90. Let's see if it goes down here. Man, not even close. So there's the bad, and I just want to show the bad one more time. I think that's 2 bads. But anyway, these are the rounds you want to look out for. That's 20 bads. Oh my gosh. So these are the rounds you want to look out for. Some simple solutions for each round were sort of provided here. But of course, formulate your own strategy, see how you want to deal with these rounds. And I hope that you can, work on Bloons Tower Defense and become a better player. I hope everyone has a great day. Thanks for checking in. And like I said, if you enjoyed the content, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It is always appreciated. Thank you.